afternoon, Asia.
Afternoon, miss.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then which topic do you choose, Asia? From three.
I notice everyone is choosing education, but
Oh,
I choose culture.
oh, nice. You are the different one. Okay, so
I
are you
didn't
ready?
expect
Mhm.
everyone to choose the same topic. Like, literally everyone.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
did not expect.
Yeah, okay. So are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so let's start with the first question for you is why is it important to preserve traditional culture?
First thing first, I would like to define the culture.
Mhm.
I think culture is the tradition, it's the language, it's the arts, it's the way people live in a certain community. Uh, Culture is simply the way people live, the way people live, and because of that definition, we can never leave. We can never reject the concept of culture, especially traditional culture, because that's exactly how we live. And also, I think compared to, especially compared to modern lifestyle,
Okay.
culture, cultural tradition or cultural way to live is just it's made with love. Tradition is how do I say? Tradition exists after thousands of years of the same community doing the same things over and over again. And why would they do the same thing if it's because of love? And that's the reason why preserving traditional culture is important because it's the way we live and because it is the love of, uh, if we say, our ancestors.
Okay. You know?
I think that's enough.
Okay. So I'd like to ask, can you give me an example about the culture that maybe you practice in your daily life, for example, at school? Do you have?
Um, it's very easy. Language is a part of culture, and I talk daily with my family, with my friends in Bahasa Sunda because
Yeah.
uh, that's my cultural language.
Okay.
And yeah, just like how I said,
Mhm.
culture is part of our life, and I talk. Talking is one of the things we do every day, and I do things. I talk with Bahasa Sunda
Okay.
daily because that's my life and that's part of my culture.
Okay. Okay. So your
And
example
that's
is
also an
language.
example why we cannot leave culture.
Oh, that's great. I do agree with you. So you give example to me that is language, right?
Yes,
Ah, nice.
language is a big part of the culture.
You're right because that is the tool to communicate, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. And the second question is, how has globalization influenced your culture?
Globalization, since the main thing about globalization is that a lot of people are coming into each other. Like the start of globalization is probably the invention of ships so that people can travel the world. And as the result of traveling the world or
Okay.
going to a lot of different places, people can meet a lot of different people. People can meet a lot of different culture. And globalization, um, of course, affect culture in a lot of aspects. Just first, for example, we talking English right now is the effect of globalization, and this is an effect of the culture because just like the example I give, language is a part of the culture, and one of the cultural language is misalkan is for example bahasa Sunda.
Okay.
Uh, One of the effects of globalization is the uh, we as Indonesian people or as Sundanese people we can talk in English. We can talk in another culture. And I wouldn't say it's a bad influence. It's not a bad effect. Learning a lot of culture, learning different cultures is great, but it have the risk to like weaken the existence of the culture, I guess.
Okay, again about language, right?
Because that's
Yeah,
what's popping in my mind right
yeah,
now.
you're right. I do agree with you. English, that is globalization and influence our life. That's great. I do agree with you, Asia. Let's continue. The next question is: do you think learning foreign cultures is beneficial?
If the question is it beneficial, of course, anything we would never do something if it's not beneficial.
Mhm.
And learning different cultures, um, I I don't think this is a strong opinion, but learning different culture is actually a way of one of the way to love our own culture more, because when we a lot of every culture is beautiful. I think every culture is of course, if it's made with love. Learning different culture is just the way we learn about how other people live. And when we learn about how other people live, I mean living, uh, if we learn about how other people live, we would know about another ideas they have, another habits they have, and we can also adapt them into our daily life without without destroying our own culture. Like, yeah, for example, these things we do is not part of our culture. Online learning, using electronics, using another language, or talking like this is not part of our culture, but yet we still do it. What? Because it is beneficial. So I think learning another culture or another way of living is beneficial. We can take advantage of it wisely.
Okay. How if school like add one of subject, like the students have to learn culture from other countries? Do you agree or not?
Oh, sorry, miss, I can't really hear the question
Okay.
clearly.
How if school add another subject, like the students have to learn other culture from other countries? Do you agree or not?
I agree because why not? I don't think there's something wrong about learning another culture from another country.
Okay.
It's again, I've said it. It's beneficial, and if there are disadvantages of it, it's the matter of ourselves. We, as the one who learn it,
Hmm.
we can take the advantages or disadvantages by anything we learn, including culture. It depends on ourselves. So I don't think it is a bad idea,
Okay.
and I think that's great actually.
Okay, so you agree, yeah, about that thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, let's continue. How does
That's
cultural
actually fun
Okay.
also.
How does cultural diversity strengthen a community?
Cultural diversity strengthen a community.
Yeah.
The big example of this statement is our own country, Indonesia. Indonesia is a multicultural country, obviously, and we gain our independence. Our independence is gained because of unity. We uh, we came from a lot of different places, like the how do I call it? Congress Pemuda back then. People come from different uh, region. People come from different places. There are people from Sumatra, Kalimantan, from Jawa, and they they talk in uh, they talk in a language. They share their ideas, and they became one community that is strong, that can gain our that can reach their goal. So what I'm saying is cultural diversity is it's not a disadvantage. It's not a weakness. We need diversity because to reach a goal, we need idea. And from one person or from one culture, we cannot get a lot of ideas. So, cultural diversity is the way to strengthen a community by sharing, how do I put it? Sharing different thoughts and different way
Okay.
to reach, if there's a goal, to reach a goal.
Mm. Okay. So the diversity is not negative thing, right? Especially.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Mm.
negative thing. It actually depends though, but if I were to choose, it's not a negative
Mm.
idea.
I
It's
do
not
agree.
bad.
Okay, like Indonesian independence comes from the unity, yeah, diversity. Okay, that's great. Actually, this is the last question for you, Asia. The question is, how can schools promote cultural awareness?
Cultural awareness.
Mm.
Um, with this way of living in this modern life, we are already affected by a lot of other cultures.
Okay.
And if a school, something as big as school, would wanna, or what is it, would wanna promote cultural awareness, it's just simply by practicing them. Just like, uh, I don't think we need such I don't think we need such big ideas or big thing to promote cultural awareness. We simply just practice them daily. Just for example, at school, actually, uh, we have a day when we wear our own cultural
Okay.
clothes, such as kebaya and pangsi.
Mm.
That's part of promoting cultural awareness, and we also talk in Bahasa Sunda, which is our own culture, and we also uh, eat the meals or eat the food from our culture. Like it's not that hard. I think the simplest way or the efficient way to promote cultural awareness is to practice them. I mean, it doesn't have to be such big things or hard things. It's the simplest thing that is part of our life and uh, part of our life and the, how do I say, and the important part of our culture.
Okay.
And we also have Bahasa Sunda subject at school.
Mm.
We that's a way to learn our own culture and to promote the awareness of that culture.
Oh, okay. I heard one of culture at school, like wearing the traditional clothes kabaya, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, for example, like Rabu Nyunda, some schools apply that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're actually wearing it kamis. What's kamis? Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, that's great. Okay. Wah, that's a nice conversation, Asia. That's really great.
Okay, so
And you have it.
nice.
Thank you so much for your coming, yeah, guys. Nida and Asia here. And then,
Very welcome.
okay, you have finished. Thank you so much. See you next meeting, and you can leave the room. Thank you, Nida and Asia.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you juga, Miss.
Okay, anytime. See you guys.